So I have a friend who's just getting involved with cryptocurrencies, just learning about blockchain, and he is super excited about what blockchain and cryptocurrency are going to do for the future. And really, he kind of looks at blockchain right now as a superhero with a cape and flying around and going to change all the world's problems and fix all the world's problems. And so I want to take a quick minute and just say this. First of all, I'm a big crypto enthusiast. I think you probably know that by now. I very much love the blockchain and what it's doing, but there are limitations. And part of my responsibility and part of my job and what I like to do is educate small business owners and individuals about the reality of blockchain. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the opposing view just for a second and just talk about the reality of where we're at with blockchain technology right now. And there are some major disadvantages, and I just want to talk about the disadvantages in this video for the purposes of not getting ahead of ourselves and not getting too far away from what's really happening. So first of all, if you're a business owner, you should know, or an individual starting to use cryptocurrencies in one form or the other, you've got to understand that one of the limitations right now and one of the disadvantages is that there's much slower processing speeds than what we're used to in society right now. So this is definitely one of the things that all the brightest minds are working on this, and there's no doubt that in the coming years this won't be an issue anymore. However, right now it is. And so if you're considering using blockchain in any capacity or any way, just understand that there's slower processing and transaction speeds. The second thing is it's difficult to understand, right? It's like learning a new language. If you're brand new in a language and brand new doing something, it takes some time to learn it. And we're not talking about easy language right now. This is another one of those areas that I think long-term will be fixed. I think it will be kind of like what Apple did. They came around and made the smartphone easy for anybody to use. And the same thing will happen with blockchain, but we're not quite there yet. We haven't matured as an industry that far. One of the other things that you got to understand about blockchain is this is actually an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage. So let's talk about it. One of the things about blockchain is it puts the transaction in your control, and it takes away the central entity. And so one of the things one of the problems that causes is that there's a lot of human error. Okay, so if you're making some kind of transaction, some kind of crypto transaction, and you put in the wrong private key, or you put in the wrong address, and you send off your cryptocurrency to somewhere else, and it's the wrong address, there's no getting it back. And so you've got to understand that you are responsible. There's no kind of back-end sales team asking for a refund or any of that kind of stuff. So you just got to understand that this is, that you have a lot of responsibility. And that's a pro and it's also a con, but just understand that you're responsible, okay? The other thing is, from a business owner perspective, if you're going to use a blockchain, you've got to understand that your network size matters. The bigger your blockchain network, the better and more secure your blockchain will be. And so you got to understand that if you have a small network and you have a small blockchain, you might do something private, but understand the bigger you get, the better as far as security in what your blockchain is doing. One other disadvantage is power. And what I mean is that the power consumption, because you're using a decentralized model where there's, hundreds or thousands of other computers doing the work, it's consuming a lot of power, a lot of energy, just, from an ecological standpoint. And then finally, probably the biggest disadvantage of blockchain is that many, many companies don't need it. The systems that we have out there are perfectly fine and perfectly suitable for businesses right now. Blockchain is not for everybody. Really what it's for is it's a new technology. It's like a new database. And there's certain companies, there's certain businesses, there's certain people and uses for people that blockchain is actually necessary for. So if you need secure data for all of your customers, but you need it also to be public, then that's what blockchain would be good for you. If you're looking to exchange information from one place to the other, whether it's cryptocurrency or actual smart contract information, then blockchain might be for you. But it's not for every business out there. And so you don't necessarily just want to start a blockchain just to have a blockchain. So anyway, those are some of the disadvantages. I just wanted to be fair in the analysis here that there are definitely some limitations and some downsides. Hopefully this video helps. If you like it, go ahead and like it and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your interactions. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also check out my G4G CryptoTraining.com. Thanks for watching.